Coming up on First at 4.
Say without any dramatization whatsoever, if you choose to stay in one of those evacuation areas, you're going to die.
This warning from Tampa's mayor for people who may choose not to evacuate Florida's Gulf Coast as Hurricane Milton approaches. Plus, we will take a look at how the damage from Hurricane Helene is affecting small tourism along the Blue Ridge Parkway.
And here in eastern Kentucky, we're seeing temperatures in the 60s and 70s with plenty of sunshine, but there's a change somewhere in the forecast. Details in a few minutes.
Dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News First at 4.
Good afternoon, I'm Amelia Lee. First at 4, Hurricane Milton is taking aim at Mexico as a powerful Category 4 storm. It is expected to hit Florida's Tampa area late Wednesday or early Thursday. Manuel Borjois reports from Orlando.
It's a race to evacuate in Florida, with Hurricane Milton closing in on Tampa Bay.
They say it's going to be biblical, so we were going to stay, but I don't want to take the chance.
Bradley Sprague had a message for his neighbors as he boarded up his home on Minnesota Key.
Get somewhere higher ground, because this is not high ground.
Residents there and in other coastal communities like Newport Richey are still working to clean up debris from Hurricane Helene.
Everything's projectile out here right now because everybody's house is on the front yard.
With Milton fast approaching, crews in the state have been using dump trucks to haul away what they can.
All day today, it's going to continue and into tomorrow until it's no longer safe to do so.
Further inland, in cities like Orlando, residents are filling bags to shore up their homes, and other Floridians are looking for a safe haven. I can tell you that the hotels in this area are all basically sold out. People are coming here with their pets, food, medication. You can imagine the same thing is happening at many of the shelters that have opened up.
This could be the worst storm hit Florida in over a century.
President Biden discussed Hurricane Milton emergency preparations from the White House.
I've spoken to all the political leaders in the region, some of them more than once. I've told them anything they ask for, they can get.
He's postponed a planned overseas trip to monitor the storm's impact.
Hurricane Milton has also impacted air travel, with Tampa International Airport suspending all of its operations. Eastern Kentuckians are continuing to return the favor to folks impacted by Hurricane Helene. WYMT's RJ Johnson has more from Jenkins.
After more than a week of collecting donations for those impacted by Helene, volunteers are now distributing those items to folks in need in North Carolina and Tennessee. Folks have been dropping off cleaning supplies, non-perishable food items, and more at Jenkins City Hall. Organizer Chris Anderson says they were able to fill several truckloads with supplies.
So seeing the bus stuffed to the gills, seeing the vehicles loaded from door to door, it was wonderful, and it really showed what this community is made of. They're getting out and doing the work that so many people did for us.
Anderson says 7 volunteers from Jenkins are helping deliver those supplies. However, they are looking at ways to better serve those impacted in the long run. In Jenkins, RJ Johnson, WYMT Mountain News.
Coming up tonight at 6, see how relief in those impacted areas might slow down due to Hurricane Milton barreling towards Florida. As natural disasters intensify throughout the country, potential buyers may be assessing an area's climate risk when shopping for a new home. That's why Zillow launched a feature last month showing how vulnerable a property for sale might be to extreme climate events. The Real Estimate website teamed up with climate modeling company First Street for the data. It shows flood, wildfire, wind, heat, and air quality risks on individual listings or through color-coded maps. The economic impact is being felt from Hurricane Helene as many roads are still closed due to damage from the storm. The Blue Ridge Parkway is normally a huge economic driver for its area as tourists come in to see the season's vibrant foliage. Visitors are now having to find alternate routes for their favorite destination, which means fewer visitors are making their way to shops and businesses in the area.
October is supposed to be like our busiest time, and we're not doing so great business-wise.
Businesses and tourism officials in Virginia remain hopeful that visitors will be allowed to return in time for peak viewing of the fall scenery, which is towards the end of October.
Well, we had temperatures again today in the upper 60s and low 70s, and we had plenty of sunshine. Take a look here at the Kentucky Mesonet camera in Breathitt County. Good afternoon to you folks in Breathitt County. We're seeing temperatures right now in the 60s and 70s, mid-60s towards Logan as well as Wise. 69 in Prestonsburg. Pikeville's at 68. Grundy's at 69. We're at 72 in Hazard. 71 in Jackson. 73 in Manchester. Go over to Monticello, check in with a temperature of 71. All is quiet right now on live pinpoint Doppler radar, and we can give live pinpoint Doppler radar a nice break over the next several days as high pressure is in control. There's 7 o'clock tonight. We'll see temperatures still in the upper 50s and low 60s. We'll see clear skies as we go throughout the evening and overnight hours. By 11 o'clock, we'll see temperatures in the upper 40s and low 50s. And when you wake up in the morning, we'll see temperatures in the low to mid 40s some places, especially towards Jackson and Moorhead. Would not surprise me to see temperatures in the upper 30s. We take a look here at Wednesday afternoon. Again, plenty of sunshine. Temperatures stay in the low to mid 60s. Now, there is a change somewhere on the 7-day and it entails cooler temperatures. Find out when that'll take place in the first alert forecast in a few minutes. Amelia.
All right. Thank you, Eric. Vice President Kamala Harris is set to propose what would be the first ever Medicare benefit for home health care. The proposal will focus on helping those who are in the sandwich generation by addressing the long-term care needs of senior citizens. That segment of the population are typically adults caring for both elderly parents and their own children. Most senior citizens have to pay for home health care out of pocket or through Medicaid. Chrysler is recalling more than 129,000 of its MyRam 1500 pickups that were built in 2023. The National Highway Traffic and Safety Administration says there is an issue with the steering column control module in those vehicles. Officials say the glitch could cause drivers to erroneously signal for a lane change, which could result in a crash. Drivers of affected trucks will receive a notification in the mail this month. French fry sales have cooled off as customers pulled back on buying fast food due to increasing prices, and that is hurting the country's largest French fry supplier. Last week, Weston announced that it would lay off nearly 400 workers and close a plant in Washington state. The potato giant is oversupplied because sales are slumping at fast food chains as diners cut back. Prestonsburg Fire Chief recently resigned, leaving an opportunity for one of its long-serving first responders to step up. WYMT's Buddy Forbes spoke to the city's new chief.
The Prestonsburg Fire Department has a new leader at the helm, making department history as the first female fire chief. Selena Thomas has served as a first responder in Prestonsburg for more than 3 decades. Starting as a volunteer firefighter and holding positions from dispatcher to EMS director throughout her career. This week, she moved into a new position as Prestonsburg Fire Chief, making her the first woman to take the lead at the department.
This has always been my goal since I started. I wasn't really sure that it was ever going to happen because I could have retired last year, but I love this city and I love this department and the people I work with, so I stuck around. She says she is excited to continue to lead the department with the same passion she has always held, just with a different title on her helmet. In Prestonsburg, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
Thomas will be celebrated Monday night at the city's insignia pinning ceremony, which is planned for 6:30 at the Mountain Arts Center. Coming up on First at 4, we will tell you how you can get a jump start on your holiday shopping, all while saving some money.
And lots of sunshine is in the forecast, and so is sweater weather. Details in a few minutes. Stay with us.